Okay.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy.
He's gonna be a stay-at-home boyfriend for a bit.
He's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Being a Spectre sucks, Shepard abruptly decides.
What kind of leads do we have?
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out
What
where the
about the
conduit is before he
Reapers?
does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one.
Gina doesn't
sure
believe
they
in
even
me.
exist.
Dad.
But if they do exist,
Anderson is the
conduit's
dad
the
that just
key to
really like
bringing them
believes in you and is like,
stop Saren from getting
yeah,
the
just
conduit,
follow your
and we
dreams.
stop the
And
Reapers
Udina's the
from
one that's
returning.
like, get a business major. Stop playing your guitar. Whatever
I'll
it is
stop
that dads say. I don't know.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni.
That's where I'm going first.
We have
gotta get
reports she
Liara.
was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the
Gotta
Artemis Tau
start with
cluster.
Liara.
Sounds like we should head for
Very
the Artemis Tau
important.
cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
Your actions still reflect
I'm Liberty
humanity as a
Shepard.
whole. You
It's
make
like,
a
no,
mess
you
and I
lead
get
this.
stuck
And she's
cleaning
like,
it up.
okay. Should I lead it in this way?
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander.
Shepard just
Remember,
says
you were a human long before you were a
sarcastically.
Spectre.
Udina takes it seriously.
I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Captain Anderson. Are you
Commander,
okay?
How are you holding up?
honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guard.
I was literally just thinking that sounds like something that Renegade Shepard would do, and the Renegade choice is good plan.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire.
Oh, Renegade
Black chemical
Shepard,
clouds
one day
poured
I'll
out into the
praise you, but
atmosphere.
also you scare me.
Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Why'd you let him
Should
get away
beat him
with
up.
it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living with the past.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
I feel like the Mass Effect trilogy is also just a lesson in Shepard slowly becoming better to interacting with humans. Because like in the first one, they're just super like, I should go.
Stand by.
And they just have like this really awkward like goodbye.
Decontamination in
But like, I feel like it
progress.
gets less awkward as the series goes on, and you could take that as script writing,
What
but it
happened to
also
Captain
might just be
Anderson?
Shepard gets better at it.
Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics.
Oh, Seth Green, I
Just
miss
watch
you.
your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Beautiful Shepard.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open.
Oh, a
Got
speech!
anything you want
Speech!
to say to the crew? Now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The Captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that was so sweet. I love it. It looks like the only people that probably have new things to say are the new people I got. AK Ultimate Husband Garrus and Side Husband Wrex.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Command. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle
Garrus
things
is
your
so
way.
excited over this
CSEC,
idea.
you're buried by rules. The damn
Looking at me with his
bureaucrats are
adoring
always on your
eyes.
back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
Whoa,
But
Garrus, calm down
CSEC
a
wants
little.
it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things.
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate
Shepard's
for you
like,
to
"Please don't
regret it
leave me."
later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job
fast.
done, got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Sorry to put you on the spot, Garrus. I just like the way he gets all flustered when you say that. Wrex, Shepard.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard.
Thank you.
What can I do
Mine.
for you?
What's your story, Wrex?
Nothing.
There's no story.
Yep.
Go ask the quarry.
I thought
if
that
you
was the
want
end.
stories.
Oh, I totally forgot about.
You
Totally
Krogans
forgot I
lived
picked
for
up
centuries.
I had picked up
Don't tell me
Tali.
you haven't had a few interesting
Dang.
adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost
Ooh,
wiped out our entire
awkward.
race. That was fun.
I heard
Awkward.
about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the
It's
same.
not the same at all.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
It's not.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth?
Shepard's like,
And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Not
I
bad
suppose it isn't all the same.
at all. Sorry.
I don't
Sorry.
expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Wrex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Well, you did.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard.
He's like, I'm not upset. This is
As
my
for the
normal
Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
personality.
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too
The
spread
genophage
out.
is so scary.
None of us
like,
are interested in staying.
That's such
in
a
our
scary
own
thing that only
system.
like 1 out of like a 1,000
Lots of species have left their homes
like
and
babies
prospered.
left. Like how
But
scary
they
is that?
go to colonize new worlds.
Like
We're not settlers.
it's ridiculous that another
Warriors.
species decided
We
that
want
it
to
was totally
fight.
okay for them to do this
So we
to like
leave,
the sentient
hire ourselves
species.
out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the
It's fucked
genophage?
up.
Ask the Solarians if you want details.
But I don't have a
They
Solarian
made it.
squad mate, Wrex. I can't.
All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Everyone. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When's the last
When
time
was
you
the
saw a
last
Krogan
time
scientist?
You saw a Krogan
Oh, so good.
scientist?
I'm so good.
You ask a Krogan.
That's
Would
probably
you
the
rather
only
find a cure for the
thing I'll ever get
genophage
verbatim
or
in
fight
my
for
entire
credits?
life. I don't even know if that was
Choose
verbatim.
fighting every
I'll figure it
time.
out when I watch it again, I guess.
Just who we are, Shepard. I can't change
Like,
that.
I remember quotes a lot,
Nobody can.
but I always like don't.
So long, Wrex.
I'm always like slightly off. Like I have like one word off for like a synonym instead of the actual word. So like if I quote things, it's always wrong. It's always wrong.
Science vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a quarian.
Femship vaguely sounds
The
like she's
migrant
flirting
fleet
as she
is the
says
key
that.
to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
Hey,
They're constantly being repaired, modified,
Shep was
and
like
refitted.
3 centuries
They
ago.
are
We were
pretty,
like
but they
paddling
work.
around in boats. Oh, I guess this is like the
We've tried to
2200s,
make
not like
ourselves
the
as
2000.
independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel.
Once again, it is
But some
reminded that
things we just
humanity is
can't
like little
make on
babies
our
in
own.
comparison to the
A
rest
patch
of
to maintain
the
the hull
intergalactic
integrity
community.
requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple
I need more
births.
details about the incentives,
Though the
Solly.
Conclave hasn't
I
had
really
to take
need more
such measures in
details.
nearly a century.
That's your
Is
government.
it like,
The Conclave
I just
is our
can't
civilian
imagine just
branch
like,
of government.
hey,
Each
you
ship
get
can elect
a spaceship if you
to
have
serve
a
on the
bunch of
Conclave
babies.
and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition.
I feel like there is like
early
official.
days, when the fleet was
I don't even know.
governed
It might
by
happen in
martial
3,
law.
but I feel like there's an official
Most
model
captains
art of what
nowadays are
Tali
smart
looks
enough
like
to have an
without her
elected
stuff.
council from their
But
pool
I've never
to give
actually
them advice and
gone out of my
guidance.
way to look it up because I just kind of
So
feel
the
like
ultimate power rests with elected officials?
I don't know.
In practice,
It's like
the
it's like a
conclave and
mystery
the
that I
respective
still
council
enjoy the
for each ship
mystery
tend
of
to set
it.
the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more.
I feel like this is gonna be a lot of talking all at
I doubt
once,
I
but I
can
guess
tell
it's
you
kind of
anything you don't
important
already
plot
know.
stuff for people
It's
to
been
know.
almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile.
Ah, the gap.
All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created
If we want to
them,
make some
and how
servants,
they
oh
turned on
shit.
us.
The robots turned sentient.
Interesting.
Dang.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks.
We just taught them
bringing
to, you know,
closer
think
and
about the
closer
meaning
to
of life
true
and stuff. We
AI
didn't know what would
status.
happen.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI
Because they
research.
didn't know.
We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we
Oops.
never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brainpower?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to
love
work
the
in
Geth.
concert with other
I
nearby
love so
Geth.
much about all the. There's a
Basically,
really
the
cool.
more of
There's a
them you
lot
have
of
in the
cool like
group, the
concepts
smarter they are.
that go into
So
all
there's
of
some
these
sort of
things,
group
and I'm just
consciousness.
really appreciative
No,
of it.
nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
I don't get it. I'm just gonna go to
What
this
made
one.
them rebel?
Shepard doesn't want to give
As
away
we
that
built
she has no
more
idea
and
what
more
Tali's
Geth,
talking about.
Their effective intelligence became
Shepard doesn't
more
even know how to like fix her TV when
more
it's messed up.
abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The
Shepard's
Geth
like, I
were
ask myself that
created
every
to
single day.
engage in
I stare in the mirror in the
mundane,
morning for an hour.
repetitive, or dangerous
It's my
manual
daily
labor.
routine.
That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us,
Dude,
so
that's
we
so
acted
shitty.
first. A general order
It's
went
like,
out across
hey, they started
all
asking questions of
Quarian
existence,
controlled
so we
systems
wanted to
permanently
murder them all.
deactivate all Geth.
Like, at that
The
point,
Geth responded to this order.
I don't know,
violently.
it just makes me sad,
you
because it's
can't
like,
blame
I just
them for
imagine
fighting for
them
their
as like cute
survival.
little, like, just starting to
We
understand their
had no other
existence.
choice.
And just as they
The
do
Geth
that,
were
they just get like
already
struck
on the verge
down.
of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began.
I like how she says they were on the
hope was that
verge,
most of
but
the Geth
earlier
would
she's
still
like,
be little
basically we
more than
thought they might.
machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of quad
It wasn't anything that important.
ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a
Tali's
drive
cute.
like this before.
There's
I
some
can't
things
believe you were
that
able to fit
I
it into a
occasionally
ship
get a little
this
like
small.
miffed with her about. But they're very
I'm starting
selfish,
to understand
so
why you humans have been so successful.
overall I think she's cute.
I had no idea.
Basically.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
Nah, so the
When my
pilgrimage and then
people
I'm
reach
good.
maturity, we leave our
Why
birth
doesn't
ships
Wrex
and
want to
seek
talk about his
acceptance
life
with
this
a new
much?
crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community.
Can I come live with you?
Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most.
Oh.
By the time we leave,
the reason I was always thinking that it was just a thing that they had as a species,
this is a rite of passage,
and that they couldn't survive very well off of their home planet that they were driven off of. I didn't realize it was like from 300 years of, I guess,
with a triumphant return,
you know,
and the ritual presentation of the gift,
a smaller gene pool and stuff, which that is kind of what made it sound more like.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Okay, I am done.
I should go.
I should go.
See you
that
later.
took so long. I'll just see if Ash has anything to say. If she doesn't have anything new to say, then
what's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert,
her face just jerks around.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
They have flashlight heads, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Dismissed,
flashlight heads.
Chief.
Ma'am.
That was flirtatious. I feel like, because I've heard that Caden and Ashley were both intended to be, they were both intended to be bisexual love interests originally, but then they ended up cutting out the same-sex versions of the romance. But I feel like they kept in the weird sexual tension. Because like whenever I play as M-Shep, I always feel vaguely that like Caden's totally flirting with me. Okay, so I think that now is a good time to take a break. It's been fun. We are finally ready to head out into the galaxy and stop Saren. Finally, after 20 years. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great day today or tomorrow or just, you know, whenever. Bye, see you next time.